So you want to know what the future looks like? This is it. This is the Volkswagen ID.4. It is the very first built from the ground up electric car from Volkswagen. And this is what the future of driving is all about. There's some really cool things built into this car. Yes, it's a car. It functions like any other car. It has all the safety features and all the things that you expect in a car. It's also an SUV, so it's got a little bit of a higher stance off the ground. It has all-wheel drive mode, and it has a lot of capability for wherever your road takes you. But Volkswagen rethought a few things in this car. Just because it's electric doesn't mean it isn't fun. 201 horsepower, 228 torque means you have a lot of power right at the end of your toe when you hit the accelerator in the ID.4. Starting price about $42,000. Add in federal and state tax credits, which will knock about $10,000 off the price tag, and you're in this car for in the low 30s. But even more savings on the ID.4 is that it comes with 3 years of DC fast charging. DC fast charging means that you can charge 80% of the battery in this car in 20 minutes, from 0 to 80 in 20 minutes. It will take all night to do that at level 1 or level 2, meaning 12 hours or more to fully charge the battery. DC fast charging is the key to the kingdom with a car like this. Another thing that you'll notice on the front of this pretty face is the new Volkswagen logo. It's been refreshed for a little bit of more modern look. You'll also see that inside the car on the steering wheel. ID.4 does not actually have a front. It actually has a motor and things like windshield wiper fluid and a few other things up here. And yes, you did hear me right when I said it is an SUV. It is an SUV, so it has the higher ground clearance. Not super high. You can easily get a paddleboard or kayak or bikes on the roof rack, but it does have flexible cargo space. So back here, there's a really nice sizable cargo area. There are 2 cargo floors. There's this floor, and then there's a lower floor. So if you need extra space, you can you could just take this floor out. This one though, makes your space flush with this with the lip of the cargo area, so it makes it easier for getting things in and out. This way though, if you've got groceries or things that you don't want to spill out when you open the lift gate, there's a lip here. Then you also get your charge kit. In here is your charge kit. So this is the end that you would plug into the car. And then this goes into a standard household outlet. One of the questions that Volkswagen has is, why do you need a key? Because you don't really need a key for this car. And I'll show you. Of course, we do have a key. There is a key fob, but it only does a couple of things. So I'm going to lock the car, step away, but I don't actually need to unlock the car when I return. In fact, as it senses the key, the mirrors unfold and the lights come on and the door unlocks automatically. So when you get into the ID.4, the system comes alive. The infotainment screen lights up here, the driver information screen lights up here, and there's no start button. There's not a start button anywhere in here. You simply put the car in gear by turning this dial here. So there for drive, here for reverse, and then hit drive twice to put it in B mode. Pretty easy, right? And then you press the button on the end for park. The one thing that's kind of interesting about the steering wheel is that the driver information screen is static here behind the steering wheel. It's fixed in a fixed position. So as you move the steering wheel up or down, the screen moves with it. So you can put the steering wheel at your comfortable place and not block the driver information screen, which I think is pretty cool. The interior details of the ID.4 are beautiful. They're perforated leather seats, Leather covers the dash and the door panels. And then the infotainment screen and the driver information screen are piano gloss black. They stand out, they're really beautiful and lovely to the touch. There's also piano gloss black that surrounds the center console here, where there are 2 cup holders. Here, there is a retractable center console. Inside, there's a wireless charger, an extra large cup holder, and 2 USB-C fast charge ports. There are also 2 USB-C fast charge ports right here on the rear of the console for backseat passengers. So over here, the infotainment system allows you to do several things. First of all, there are dedicated buttons here. There is your driver assist systems, and then drive mode selector. So there are 4 different drive modes. Eco, which is the default. If you don't really want to feel all the systems at work and don't mind using a little bit more of your battery, then you can put it in comfort. Sport mode will use even more battery, but it will ease up on some of the restrictions that eco mode will put in place and allow you to use more of the torque and a little bit stiffer suspension to have a little bit more fun. And then there's custom, and custom will allow you to set your different things. So you can set your suspension for sport, you can set your drivetrain, you can set the adaptive cruise system, lighting. So all of these things you can set it however you like. Oh, a dynamic cornering light. Oh, I like that. So a lot of really cool features. This is essentially, these cars are becoming computers on wheels. And so you have, just with your own computer, as with your own computer, you have the option to customize a lot of the different details. And then here's your data for the charging. And then here's more that you can set custom settings for charging. So if you're plugged in, you'll see how much time is left to your full charge. You'll be able to see, you can see here how much charge there is. We've got, we're at probably 84%. One thing that's really nice about electric cars is they all tend to have the heated steering wheel and heated seats, because by not using the fan and not using the climate control, you reduce the drain on the battery. More battery for driving, less for heating or cooling the cabin, and you can adjust your comfort here by heating the things that will make you more comfortable. Let's take a spin. So let's talk about one-pedal driving. What the heck is one-pedal driving all about? So you'll see that there are 2 drive mode selectors here on the ID.4. There's drive and there's B. And B mode allows you to use the regenerative braking system to slow the car. So you don't need to hit the brake to slow the car. All you do is take your foot off of the accelerator and boom, there you are. They call it B mode. I'm going to call it boom mode, because boom, you are taking all that power back and putting it into your battery rather than using it to sit and idle at a stop sign. So it does get up to speed really easily. It's very easy to drive this car. It's a car. It's not, there's nothing super futuristic about it, but there are some cool features.